know the scene with their up to the upper and their down to the up down. Up, down, flying around, looping the loop and defying the crown. They're all brightly keen, no magnificent men in their flying machine.
Hello, Al Pals. This is Big Al. Welcome to Big Al Presents. That's right, we are doing this in memory of the great Martin Mull. What better way to pay homage to a funny man than to watch a funny movie? So tonight, Films with Friends brings you Those Magnificent Men in Their Flying Machines, or How I Flew from London to Paris in 25 hours and 11 minutes. What a title. The longest title I think we've ever had on the show. That is the film, The Friends, of course, a magnificent man in his own right. Mr. Troy Pacelli, how are you doing, sir? And what doth thou sip upon tonight?
I'm doing really well. Thanks so much. I'm sipping on a Diet Dr. Pepper.
Ooh, sounds good. Sounds yummy. Yeah. I of course, this is a British film, sort of, primarily. I have a tea. But since there is an American in the film, it's an iced tea. So, and from a magnificent man to a wonderful woman, the lovely, lovely in her little parasol. Is that a parasol she's got on there?
Yeah.
It's hard to see.
I think so.
But
No, that's part of the plane.
Oh, is it?
Okay, I couldn't really tell. Nanette Pacelli of Netters Network. How are you doing, my dear?
I'm doing well, and I am sipping on, because I finally got some, Meyer sparkling water berry flavor.
Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. I like I said, I have my iced tea, but I have a Diet Mountain Lion in reserve once I run out, because I always drink more when I do these to keep the mouth flowing. But let's see who is with us in the chat tonight. Curtis Selby says doesn't know if he can make the film, but he wanted to stop by. Thanks, I appreciate it if you do hear this or you're still here. Thanks for leaving a like. Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies.
Yep.
This movie and The Great Race are both great examples of steampunk before it was invented. You are right, sir. In fact, Troy and I have kind of talked a little bit about that and mentioned it. And The Great Race, to full disclosure, was the other film I was thinking about doing in this spot. But I chose this one just because it was shorter, actually. Ultimately, that was the deciding factor.
Yeah.
But still may do The Great Race in the future. It's a lot of fun. Connie Cleary hailing the chat and saying hi to me. Of course, me wishing everybody hope they have a great time tonight. FKHC 2005, also known as
Tim.
Deleted Scenes, welcome, sir. Salute to you back. Like, share, subscribe. Yes, thank you. The lovely mystical nymph of the garden, Lady Mist, welcome. Netters Network, saying hi to the love of her life. Like we know that. They're so saccharine and sweet.
I know.
Sir Tori Clegane, welcome, sir. Welcome. Going down. Who else is new? Saying hi to you. Everybody saying hi. Troy, you should have had Benny Hill as your icon.
Yeah, that was a thought. Yeah,
it was a thought. I actually consider that too. Full disclosure, I love Terry Thomas. Everything he's in just makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Geek Flag with Nate Knows 1973. Welcome, sir. And he's also saying hi to the Al Pals. Thank you. I think that's all. Did I get everybody? Did I miss one? I don't think I did. got everybody, I believe, in the chat. But yes, those magnificent men and their flying machines. Let's just leave it at that. We'll go on with the whole full title.
Yeah, right.
Came out the year I was born. So this film is as old as me, i.e., 59 years old. Well, depending on when it actually came out during that year. Yeah, June 16th. Oh, wow. We're not that far away from its anniversary. That's pretty cool. But just a fun film, kind of one I always see. It was on every now and then on television during the old days, you know, those afternoon films. They kind of died out, you know, and it would fly in every now and then. You usually see it on something like, you know, Turner Classic Movies or something. So Nanette, Troy, you've seen the film?
I have many, many years ago.
Same here.
Yeah. It's been a while for me. I think I did see it like about 5-6 years ago. It was on, and I sat and just watched it. I was like, man, I always love that. It's just a great old film. I love that time period of like when flight was still new, and the planes all kind of like wacky looking, and everybody's trying to come up with a better design than the Wright brothers and things like that.
I promise I won't get too like, you know, hyper, you know, historical here, but what is kind of neat is thinking about, because you've seen it all, right? You've seen the films, the old black and white silent films of people, you know, recording people trying their flying machines, and you know, goes up a ramp and just smash and falls, and you know, all this kind of stuff. The one
thing is like whoopa whoopa whoopa, and they show a lot of that. They show a lot of that at the beginning, which I
exactly. And this is a comical dramatization, right, of those things. Yeah. And you look at these old, you know, real. These weren't, you know, this wasn't someone doing a film. This was someone, they thought they were chronicling maybe the first time someone made a flying machine, right? And it fails. And I couldn't help but think, this is no different than what people are doing now on like TikTok and stuff. Doing stupid stunts that could get them killed and recording it.
Whereas actually, you know, most of the people on TikTok are looking for instant fame. I think a lot of those people doing that stuff back in the old day were like literally trying to make a true historical.
Yes, that is true. They thought they were chronicling maybe, you know.
Yeah, the TikTokers today are like trying to start a dance trend or something.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's bison ourselves and then do the little wacky dance. I challenge everybody to do the same thing. And everybody's doing it, and everybody looks foolish. And aliens look down on our news feed and fly right on by because there's like, that's too stupid of a planet.
They're not intelligent enough to make first contact with.
Yeah, someone else agree with me saying the movie was on YouTube a few weeks ago for free. Yeah, I look where I just hit the watch thing to see where you can watch it. I think it's rentable on YouTube. I don't know if there may be a free one out there they haven't caught, but we do have the Cosby Lake. It's a relatively inexpensive rent if you do rent it for those who are going to watch later. And it's out there, trust me.
Yeah.
You just need to know where to look. So let's go ahead, get started. It's a longer movie, so I don't want to vamp too much. Vamp, I like that expression. Okay, starting at the 00. Like I said, the Cosby link is pinned at the top. Everybody getting ready here. Going to give everybody about like 10 seconds to get ready. And before I said, just want to say I do have some reviews out there for some stuff this week. Horizon, the American Saga, and Thelma are my two most recent ones. So go check that out. You ready, Troy?
Yes, I am.
Okay, everybody get ready in 3, 2, 1, take off.
And this really does give it that feel of like the kind of films you would have seen back then.
Yep.
I mean, in the time that it was set, not the time it was filmed.
Red Skelton.
You know, and it's kind of true, right? It's probably true.
Yeah. Just like just that splat, right?
Oh, yeah, okay. It almost looks like he got a good glide going, though.
Yeah, it looks like he almost made it.
He needs to have his wings out, though. He had them flat in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to keep the air under it.
You're right. They've combined real footage with close-ups on him trying it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I always like this one. I remember this one. First of all, everything looked uneven. And that really happened. That's what shocks me. Here's my favorite.
Interestingly, this one based on a Leonardo da Vinci sketch.
I think that was just supposed to be a complicated washing machine.
You know, and that was the same guy. It's like, it didn't work when you jumped off the boulder. You thought jumping off the bridge was going to work?
That one's getting closer.
Whoa, running down the other guy. Well, let's try it again. Woo.
I mean, that one's actually working.
It's good. Yeah, it's just
The glider.
Ugh.
not. See, they were still learning how to control it
Right.
and not taking it too.
Oh my God!
That was not going to be happy.
Yeah, I don't think he was alive after that. That was too great a height to fall from.
Okay, just give up on this one. This one is never going to
I
work.
think that's a washing machine.
Something like that.
See, it's agitating up and down.
Oh, an attempt at an ornithopter.
I like this one. Whoa.
I mean, interestingly, a number of these are like really close.
Yeah, I mean, they have the physics of it
Yeah.
is pseudo sound, but the construction of it. Oh man, too many wings, and they're too thin. But yeah, see, they didn't have the structural strength.
Right, exactly.
Man, it's not meant to fly.
It went further than 15 feet.
Yeah, long distance is kind of, you know,
Okay, you're not off the
debatable.
ground yet, dude. Okay, you're
Look
off
at
the
that!
ground. Okay.
Flying machines. I love this animation. It's
Yeah,
almost Monty Python-esque.
yeah, exactly.
Hey, go down, dude. I'm down.
I'm down.
I'd like to say if anybody is worried about the music aspect, you're welcome to any money this video makes. How I flew from London to Paris in 25 hours and 11 minutes. Now think about that. Today that flight is what? 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Maybe not that quick, but
See, and I don't know if, you know, people realize this, but with all different kinds of
Goldfinger, Gert Frobe, sorry.
yeah, with all these different kinds of modes of transportation, whether it was planes or balloons, or even when cars were invented, they were always doing these races to see who could get cross country the fastest, who could do this the fastest, who could do that the fastest.
Right.
I thought you were going to say planes, trains, or automobiles.
Oh, I'm sure they did it with automobile or with trains as well.
Dum, 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 dum. I always wanted to fly in a biplane.
Yeah,
Never got to, but I thought it would have been
I would
so.
imagine it'd be kind of fun.
It's like that. Like I said, I like the old time airplanes and Ken Anakin. Always say Anakin Skywalker.
Tim's right. He says that's an earworm of a song. Yeah, it is. It really is.
I've had it in my head for like a month.
Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah.
That's what you play. Look at that car, man.
Chitty chitty bang bang.
See, that looks like something you could build in your backyard.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely. And to this day, some people still do.
Yeah.
They probably don't use a lot of canvas anymore. They probably use more like fiberglass and stuff, but still. It is a safety issue, yeah.
I think he just doesn't want to take her up.
Yeah, that's James Fox, I believe. Michael Caine read for the role. Didn't get it.
I can see that, sure.
Yeah, most of the planes were built in backyards. I think that's Sarah Miles. She was a nice looking woman.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's still alive, technically.
So she's worked on the plane and he won't even take her up in it. How rude.
Well, it is terribly dangerous, so I do understand someone wanting to be cautious.
He's protecting her as a noble man would do, protecting the female.
I would go even further and to say just any reasonable person. Yeah. I'm willing to risk my life. I'm not willing to risk anyone else's.
He must whack the guy with the stick.
It does look like I love those cars.
Where'd the dog come from?
That's true. Where did the dog come from?
Yeah, it wasn't in the car.
Yeah, it might have left it on the way.
I do love seeing her with the motorbike, though. It's like you got your flying thing. I'm just as adventurous. And
the poster tells you exactly what she's about.
Yeah.
She's a very strong female.
Which is impossible, because how old is this movie? We didn't have strong women in films.
No, we didn't.
Oh, she had to change.
So, Nanette, would you wear that outfit?
I'd wear the dress. I'm not sure about the hat. I don't think it would work for me.
That is a mighty hat.
It looks like a lampshade.
Well, it could keep sun off. That's a beautiful little
They do have white
estate.
brim hats that look more attractive. But the dress, I'd wear the dress.
What is the setting, or when does this take place? Is this post-Regency?
1910.
Okay.
double check. I do believe. Yeah.
Is that the first Lazy Boy with the feet thingy?
I've seen those before, yeah.
That is a pretty sweet little wingback. God, Robert Morley just had a great face.
Oh,
yeah. I'm
gonna
have to pull this film out next year sometime. Have you ever seen Way Way Out, Jerry Lewis?
Oh, yeah.
He's in that. I love that movie. Pull that out one day.
Now, one little historical note I want to make. They're dead right. This conversation they just had about, Britain should rule the air, right? Mm-hmm. Because they didn't. They were kind of slow coming to it. It was actually Germany that was ruling the air with their Zeppelins. See?
You know something very cool I just found out? James Fox is still with us as well.
Wow.
Good on him. He's 85 years old. God, he's had a great career.
I mean, it is true. You want to see a plane go up and land a number of times before you go, yeah, okay, maybe you can give it a try.
Yeah.
It's all right. You got her. You know what she likes.
Motors, apparently.
Oh, I thought Mr. Londell's asking about the motorbike. I don't know if it was an Indian or not. Love that map.
Oh yeah, that's too old of a bike for me to be able to recognize on sight.
Yeah. I always thought it'd be really cool to have a map of the world, but borders change so often sometimes. It's like, man.
You know what would be cool would be to get a map like that without the borders drawn in, and you draw in the borders yourself. And then maybe if it's like dry erase, you take them off and redraw them when you have to.
Or a smart map where it's like a screen.
Oh, yeah.
Wi-Fi enabled and will update every,
with a little calendar, like a date thing in the upper right, so that you can go up and change it so you can see what it was like in 1957 or something.
Exactly.
The prize is £10,000. Back in 1910, that was like $1 million.
Yep.
That's a lot of money back then. Heck, it's a lot of money now.
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad replica of the Post.
A little gaga. Hello.
Keep still.
Yeah, now this style of plane, a lot of people have those these days.
I like this one, yeah.
Now, it probably wouldn't be wood, it would be aluminum.
He's ogling her.
Well, of course he is. See, I want to see a meme. Worth it!
Yeah.
Is he dead? None.
No. Not at all. That's a pretty normal reaction.
Yeah, Irina Demick. She shows up as several different women, which is kind of fun.
It's like, I can win 250,000 francs. I'll get my plane down.
Speaking of the Germans.
You can always tell the Germans in these movies because they got really weird mustaches that go straight across and then the corners turn up.
Yeah, that was a very German style, yes.
Goldfinger.
Very accurate uniforms, by the way.
Ooh, I like that bike too with the sidecar.
Why can't you read?
He doesn't want it.
It's like, what?
The book of instructions.
Well, first I'd be talking to the other pilot going, how do you work this thing?
Honestly, there's some things you only learn by doing.
That's true. Fly with Orville. Phoenix Fire. Sam Wanamaker. George there. Stuart Whitman.
Wow, is the rate of exchange that horrible back then? 10,000 pounds is 50,000 American dollars?
It was. It wasn't until after World War II that you started to see a globalization of the exchange.
Because now it's like, if I'm spending £10 on something, it comes out to maybe like $11 or $12 USD.
Yeah, and Britain and Canada, Australia all run really close. But back then, yeah, it was a very different market.
£250,000 lira.
I mean, kinda. That's actually kinda true.
But that looked kind of cool, being a
Right.
human kite.
Well, you've done it.
Well, I've done paragliding.
It's the same thing.
It's pretty much the same thing.
And there's members of BTS. No.
Yes, exactly.
Someone give him his dentures. Now, I wonder if he said £10,000 because no one could figure out what the rate of exchange was back then for, I guess, yen. Those were big mallets. Just because you're American doesn't make you rich.
Or confident.
He always had an impressive mustache. The fellow in the blue jacket.
Yep.
I can never
Yeah.
remember his name though. I want to say it's Terry
Ter-
something.
Terry Thomas.
Yeah.
He always played a nice diabolical, scheming, hapless kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, aside from seeing the article in the newspaper, how are you supposed to get one of these invitations to join?
Via post.
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like the Gumball Rally, right? Where you had a group of people that just knew each other.
Yeah, word gets out.
But they were apparently sending invitations to people.
Yeah.
Benny Hill, God, what a funny guy.
Now I'm expecting the song that his grandpa sang in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Right. And as soon as you see a scene like that, you know exactly why women's bikes are made the way they are or were.
Yeah, with the
Okay, I
why they
like
have
her
that.
outfit.
Yep.
Whoops. You know, I just realized something. This is the second film this year that we've had that had Stuart Whitman in it.
Oh yeah,
Night of the Lepus.
that's right. What was your first clue, girl?
Now, Troy, here's an interesting little fact I read just this evening as I was going through some stuff.
Uh-huh.
Stuart Whitman's outfit is
Uh-huh.
completely 1960s
Yeah.
on purpose.
On purpose. Oh, okay.
They wanted him to appeal to the American crowd, to the American viewer, even though it's not what they would have worn at that time.
Yeah.
The quote unquote cowboy, American
Yeah.
cowboy at that time.
I mean, and what's ironic though is it comes off very much like that bit from Back to the Future 3, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, nobody knows what they dress like historically. All they know is TV.
That's true. Sir Torgane, I had a morning of the Lepus. My dog saw a rabbit and barked for hours. Didn't realize there was a rabbit until it scurried out from one of my dad's trailers.
I wonder if he really is interested in Patricia or not.
Oh, he's a lifer.
What's a weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's too rigid to
Yeah.
really be with
Very
someone.
regimented,
I
yeah.
don't need to give up your car, or you don't need to give it. Wait, okay. Sneeze.
Bless you.
You don't need to give up your card night. You don't want to spoil the girl.
Right.
So you're gonna see her one night a week, and that's spoiling her. If you see her 2 nights a week, your wife.
She is married to the wrong guy.
Yep. I mean,
Is that him in your avatar? Or is it the French guy?
I thought it was. Now I'm not sure. It's so far away, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, it is. I was like, I don't think it is, because that guy just has a different kind of his jaw and stuff.
you know what's going to happen. We're going to get to the scene, you know, that we took our icon from and go, oh, that's who we are.
Yeah.
That's funny, Nate.
Wow,
But a bunch of
kids.
planes flying in formation, spelling out 69.
Oh, it's Grace Still Plays video?
Yeah, like a Great Still Plays video.
Oh, I got hiccups. Oh. Sorry, I got the hiccups.
It happens.
Ah!
Oh, you're right. We're French. See, and they're acknowledging the resemblance.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like, aren't you Brigitte? No, I'm Ingrid. I suppose 35 miles an hour used to be fast.
Jeez.
I like that little. I like that look.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I get it, but what I'm trying to figure out is how does he steer the damn thing?
Exactly.
Seems like everything is built towards getting it off the ground.
And with the physical, he'd wear himself out.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he's not going to pay you that 350 guineas.
Well, that's the thing is there is a learning curve, right? I mean, it did obviously work.
Mm-hmm.
Funny deleted scenes. Goldfinger, Sophia. Sorry, I had to.
I like that propeller.
Out of the way.
Right?
He's like, my hat.
Oop.
It's an unintentional passenger. Didn't his shirt or something get stuck on it?
Don't know.
And this is how they started wing walking. I remember that was like, well, I don't remember, but that was a big thing back then. Once they got going. Ah!
Oh God!
How do you even get in that position?
I don't know. Yeah, well, you don't want to land it there anyway. The fire brigade.
Kind of like the Keystone Cops kind of thing.
Right.
A little homage to them.
Looks like a Benny Hill comedy sketch.
He's too happy about it. And yeah, that's some geeky freaky flying is right. Ugh.
Yeah.
A sewage farm. Ugh.
Yeah.
That's a short little fella.
He's just vertically challenged.
Yes.
Is he playing Rue Britannia? What is he playing?
Vrajaka.
Oh. I didn't initially recognize it.
Oh, gee.
Whoops.
Now, see, in the psychology arena, we call that transference.
Yeah.
That's a girl you need to listen to. She knows her stuff.
Spanner. Yeah, exactly.
Adjustable spanner. Does this make you wonder where did you get the name Monkey Wrench from? Where did, like, what the etymology of that?
Yeah, I know, right?
If her name is Patricia, why is this plane named Antoinette?
Because it's not named after her.
I think that's the plane that's called an Antoinette.
Right, but you usually name your boats and whatever after someone that means something to you. So why would he name his plane?
Oh, that did not sound good at all. She drops her skirt every time they meet.
The Antoinette 4 is a high-wing aircraft fuselage, narrow triangular cross-section. It's actually a French model.
Yeah, the Brits steal everything from the French. Gonna get some nasty grams in the comments later.
Is it?
That's why her voice went up 4 octaves?
Exactly.
We drum.
Uh-oh.
It's like time for her to smack him with that tray.
Yeah, whatever.
I like how they do every time he shows up, there's this harmonica that plays.
Yeah.
That old West, like that American indication.
And the waitress looks annoyed.
Those are some mighty eyebrows.
Yeah.
Nathan Flag's like, that's profiling with the American harmonica. Yeah, you're right.
Not the least bit conceited. Wardrobe needed to fix her lipstick. She's got an outline of her lips there and nothing else, and it looks really weird.
Well,
Could it be because she's drinking?
that's what I was thinking too. But then that means that they used an outliner that's more liquid resistance than her lipstick itself.
Well, I don't really know makeup, so I'll concede all that one. There.
Oh yeah, I know way more about makeup than any straight guy should.
King Flags, I don't know how she can eat. She's so full of herself. JPRPH1 just passing through tonight. I left a like. Have a good one.
Oh,
Everybody.
thanks,
Thank
John.
you. Sup with Bristol British and Colonial Aircraft Company.
Dubois.
Well, you gotta expect the Brits to anglicize. They are, Anglican. I'm not. You are.
There was talk about doing an animated series based on this. It went back and forth, people talking. It never really happened. But then Hanna-Barbera came out with the Dastardly and Muttley flying show or something. Just like the Wacky Race.
Yeah.
Thing. But with planes.
Right. Wow! That was impressive!
He did it on purpose, though.
Yes, he did. That's why it's impressive.
Rang the bell. Catch That Pigeon was the name of the cartoon. Was that
the first mile?
I do remember Catch That Pigeon.
This Top Gun prequel is weird.
Okay, he shouldn't have fallen off that roof because the ladder, he had been standing on the ladder, so the ladder wasn't there.
But it was funny. That's what they were going for.
Yeah, a little bit of slapstick. It's just like how they portray the Germans,
Right. Weird.
Whoops.
Okay, he's got no tail. He's working on it. Well, does that thing have brakes? Apparently he doesn't know how to stop it.
Yeah, I don't think they've invented air brakes yet. Little Bugs Bunny joke there.
I like the air brakes.
Ooh.
At least it fell off on the ground, because if it fell up in the air, he'd been screwed. So much for German engineering, says Nate. Yep.
Well, if the fire truck got behind it and like lassoed it, they can stop it.
Uh-oh.
Pretty flimsy buildings.
Hmm.
Whee!
Managed to get up.
Caught just enough air to get him up and over. Can't find the off switch. There we go again. I think that's the same shot.
He's gonna go stop the plane.
That's one word for it.
It's like, look, dude, just get out of the way.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Like that. It's another German. Do you recognize that music cue?
Flight of the Valkyrie.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh, my gosh. Oh, okay. Landed in, well,
Mud.
probably sewage, but, you know. Because if he hit solid ground after that leap, that would have been ow.
Yeah, that would have hurt. Well, yeah, the monoplanes were kind of new, but a little dicey.
Okay,
Yeah.
I still don't like her hat.
2 out of 10 for the Russian judge. You do or don't like her hat? What was that, Nat?
I do not like her hat.
Oh,
Yeah, but that's because you don't like big feathers.
It has nothing to do with the feather. It looks like she's got her head wrapped with saran tinfoil.
Yeah, but that was a 20s thing.
This was 1910.
Well, a little out of her time then. Nate, is that the Hoff? And what the heck is it from? I can't even imagine. Oh,
here we go.
True.
So how many entrants are there? I wasn't able to really determine.
Kind of lost track.
Well, I know they got French, German, Italian, American, Brit, so that's at least 5. And there's 2
Japanese.
Brits, so 6.
And they sent an invite to the Japanese, but I didn't actually see them there. It's from one of his music videos. That's horrible. But funny.
Okay, this is Scotland.
Yeah, but there's an awful lot of water in between.
So that's the most dangerous stretch because there is no landing spot.
That's true.
Oh, a bunch of girls swimming.
Oh, boy.
Oh, bathing suits back then.
Yep.
Complete with hats for the girls. And those aren't bathing caps to protect their hair. They're just hats.
Yep. Keep them from getting splashed. You weren't going to actually put your head underwater.
If you're going to do any actual swimming, you would.
No, you wouldn't be doing any actual swimming. Not in those outfits. Remember, those are natural fibers, too, so they would become soaked.
Yeah.
That's about all they did. And he just walks in his suit.
And there's her would-be boyfriend with a bottle of champagne and 2 glasses. And he's wearing a white one, so you can see his knickers underneath.
He's wearing shoes.
I'm gonna guess that it's only knee deep or something.
Oh. It's a good way to get someone to break their neck.
I know.
Well, if he had dove in, but then went straightened out, he would have been fine. Is she your fiance? Did you ever ask her?
Does she
Yeah.
know? She's like all impressed. She's like, "Oh, are you fighting over me?" Okay, you caught us.
Well, if he actually did fly from Japan, he's definitely a contender for winning because he can fly a long way.
Well, I'm sure you had to stop every now and then.
Right, but I'm saying his plane is airworthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I love the paint job.
Yeah.
Miles.
He didn't fly the whole way.
Yeah.
Ooh.
She's a saucy little thing.
Right? Don't you think I'm worth it?
These Italians really like messing with the Germans.
No, this is the French guy.
Oh. No. These guys are the French guys, but that's the German guy in the uniform.
Yes.
Airplanes.
Balloons!
Actually, there is.
There, yeah. She's going to take a fly.
That's where I recognized him. I kept looking at the German guy, the thin one. And I was like, I've seen him before. He played Rommel in Patton. I knew I had seen him before, but I couldn't place him.
I mean, she seems to have picked it up pretty fast.
He does get in the most precarious positions.
Yeah.
Do you teach her
I do
how to
like the
land?
design of that one.
Okay, so we're going down. Well, there go my pants. Okay, he's falling off the wing, you dummy.
It sounds like the engine's about to stall.
And of course, her father's probably like, "Where's your pants?"
Which also, yeah, looks bad.
Whee!
Oh, yeah, Mr. Landau, I'm sure that was intentional.
Yeah, his plane's the Bristol Boxkite. First aircraft produced by the British and Colonial Airplane Company. A pusher biplane.
Ah!
Daddy's putting his
So-
foot down.
So that means that fiance or wannabe fiance told daddy about the motorcycle.
Right. Well, yeah, that's what they are. Brits
British-
know that Americans have guns.
If you look at old sitcoms, like 60s and 70s British sitcoms. The Americans were always like a Western cowboy type or just rude and gruff.
Yeah, that's true.
What?
That's Troy's moving something.
Oh, I was like, wondering what that was. I thought it was. I literally thought it was a plane flying in the film. I was like, why is there a plane flying in this scene?
No, he had to move something out of the way.
Okay, what do her lips look like now to you?
I have to see him again. Well, her lipstick's on better. Stop with.
Mm-hmm.
Do we get to see a little doghouse flying out there? Let's top with camel. The French guys really don't like the German guys. Let's break your axle while you're at it. You got propellers.
I'm not entirely sure that was flying. That was more like hopping.
Yeah.
See if this one actually works. And if I was the that guy there, it's like I wouldn't be paying him for any of these flying machines that aren't working.
Right. Oh, here we go.
Why is he making his own music?
Yeah.
Because it's what he does. Thing about blunderbuss, you loaded it basically like a cannon. Problem is, when you're tamping it down, if you make a spark, boom, it blows up right in your face.
I wonder whoever thought of making a gun that looked like a horn.
Uh-oh.
Mm. Oh, jeez! Ah!
I think in the actual historical duel that happened then, it was the one guy, the first guy to shoot missed, and the second guy hit the balloon, and the guy fell 2,000 feet to his death.
Wow.
See, I went in for a balloon as well.
I forgot there was an intermission in this.
Intermission? I don't think I've ever seen that in a movie before.
I have in a lot of the epic ones.
Yeah, usually like your 3+ hour ones or your super long, like 245s. Getting a musical interlude.
Well, very much like, the theater used to do.
Yeah, yeah. It's time to like go pee, get some popcorn.
Right.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and get ourselves a snack.
Oh, welcome, Curtis Selby.
Hey, Curtis. In Search of Dracula. Was that a series, TV show, movie? I know there was a film. I mean, not a film, but I knew there was like a special In Search of Dracula. Too bad we don't have soundtracks with Birdman. We can have him talk about the music.
Right? Exactly. Okay, so London to Paris in 25 hours and 11 minutes.
Right.
That means you stop before you go over the strait. You got to make the strait in a single hop, and then you land on the other side.
Right. And then one or two hops to Paris, because I think it's a matter of, like how much gas you need, or however, whatever your machine's using.
That's the other important thing to point out. This was true with cross-country car races in the early days, too. There was no infrastructure. So it wasn't like you could land at an airport and get serviced. So you had to plan where you were going to land and have someone be there ready with petrol or whatever you needed.
You're literally talking about planes that are wood and cloth, going, making these long stretches. Right. I mean, imagine if it rains. That's a lot of weight that plane's going to take on.
Yep.
And the little motors, I mean, it's like I said, it's 1910. Those little motors are only so good, a lot of bugs and little gremlins can show up.
And so what you would do is you would send someone ahead and say, I am intending to land in such and such. Be there with
bells on.
Fill up a gas, some food, bells on.
Well, since it's an intermission, I'm going to go to the little girl's room. I'll be right back.
Go to the little girl's room. I don't blame you.
Well, since we got a little time, just want to remind everybody of Friday, Films with Friends this week, with deleted scenes and hopefully soundtracks of Birdman. Going to be watching Dragonheart, because next Saturday's film is Dragon Slayer.
There you go.
On Netters Network. So we're going to have a little Dragon 2-day double feature.
Yeah.
And speaking of Dragon Slayer, thanks to Soundtracks of Birdman, sent me a Dragon Slayer half sheet, and it's gorgeous. I love it. That art, if anybody's familiar with the Dragon Slayer poster art, knows what I'm talking about. So it's a nice, nice image and nice logo, and so real. I gotta get a frame for it and put it up. But thanks, Birdman, for that. He is a very generous man. For those who don't know him.
And Curtis is explaining it was a documentary starring Christopher Lee.
Oh yeah. I think if I remember, I think I have that somewhere. Up. I love this song, and it is an earworm.
It is. And it's the kind of song, it sounds like you would imagine it from that period,
Yeah, and it sounds like it would be perfectly at home on a Broadway stage.
Right.
Like you could, if they ever decided to do this as a play.
Musical,
and we're back.
Yeah. That's a can.
Or can't.
Well.
Okay, I'm cold again. I'm putting my jacket back on. Or sweater. Let me guess, intermissions ended the second I went upstairs?
No.
No, literally less than a minute ago.
Yeah.
So is the American there? Did she get him back in?
Well, apparently so.
Oh, no.
That
That wasn't a nice smile.
was the best he could manage.
Up to no good.
What is wrong with you? Water in your whiskey? What kind of a drinker are you?
I'm almost feeling sorry for the Germans.
Some say a little water actually brings out the best flavors of a whiskey.
Yeah, but it dilutes the alcohol. It's not a fair trade.
But allows you to drink more.
Well, that's actually a good point.
There you go.
Okay, this guy's a total jerk. He
Yeah.
goes, I gave the Italian the address of a lovely young girl. Oh, that should keep him occupied. Oh, hopefully that's your daughter. It's like, but she's an innocent girl. Was.
Oh God.
She was. It's like, you're a jerk.
A little bit.
Shit.
I mean, he's not wrong, I guess.
I wouldn't be helping this guy.
Not only that, it's like if that's how you have to win, you're not superior, are you? You're just a cheater.
I don't think it's a matter of I think it's he wants the money.
Yeah.
I'll give you a bit of a smile.
So they're really trying to make Hollywood feel ashamed of the schlock that they keep passing our way.
Mm.
It's
Just
like he's
drop an
holding his
ice
mouth
cube
and his
in and
behind as he's running for the toilet. No, I'm wondering. Alexa, what is Japanese for good luck?
Good luck. in Japanese is 頑張って
Nothing at all what he just said.
No.
The little fiddler.
Do you hear the music? Sousa the Liberty Bell?
Wrong frog.
Wrong frog.
Well, that's what international means.
Okay, number one, sit down.
Yeah, and I wouldn't pay for those other flying machines from the other Jamoke because it's like
Right.
none of them worked. Well, the one worked, but then got shot down in the blunderbuss accident.
Right.
So that one I'd pay for because it wasn't anybody else's fault but
Right.
the blunderbuss people. And how are you going to get to Paris? I'm presuming on a boat, and boats aren't very fast, so... Oh, private yacht. Tell him where to go.
Yeah, it's really not that far. But I mean, it's all relative, right?
Uh-oh. No, the guy waved the handkerchief, and so yeah.
Oh no. Oh! It's terrible. Yeah, bonsai! Yeah. Yeah, and if he was going to Harakiri, he would have brought his own Shinto.
Well, he got it up.
Well, he was really excited.
So he's finally got himself a decent plane.
Yeah. Oh, getting down's easy. Gravity kind of does all the work. Fly, you fools. So, on the one hand, it's a little bit less weight. On the other hand, landing's going to be a bitch.
Yeah.
You know, frankly, if I was the chauffeur, I would have sabotaged the boss's plane. Well, it's at least 7 planes, I'm saying.
Let's see, on Wikipedia, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, like, primary flyers, including the Japanese.
You're going the wrong way. You're gonna kill somebody.
He's like, I know now. I'll figure it out later.
What did he figure out?
I don't know.
How to land with only the one wheel.
Oh, right.
I like that play. That's a cool play.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You jinxed it.
I mean, it's still a nice looking plane.
There's a field.
Actually, deleted scenes. I walked into it. I mean, it was a good landing.
Yeah, he's living. The plane's still relatively in okay shape.
Oh, mi scusi.
Okay, here's the trivia. Who recognizes the Mother Superior, and in what 80s film did she appear that I'm thinking of?
Yeah, he knew what he was doing. I don't recognize her.
It is Flora Robeson, and she played one of the Stygian witches in Clash of the Titans.
Get out! Oh, I wouldn't have got that.
She was also going to play back in the 30s or 40s. They were going to do an I, Claudius movie, and she was going to play Livia.
Oh, okay.
That would have been awesome. Livia, to this day, I believe that.
That bird
I
is
think
flying
she
as
pronounces
fast as it
Sean
can.
Phillips. But in the 70s miniseries,
I'm the first
Olivia
dog to
is the
fly.
most evil character ever portrayed.
Does that make him a bird dog?
Maybe. German's not doing bad. The Italian looked a little cramped.
Yeah, I can say it doesn't look like it's very comfortable to be.
Yeah, they really didn't
Oh,
necessarily
yeah.
build these for comfort. They built them for they had to be as light and fuel efficient as they possibly could be. Now, the fact is that most of these planes, unless something went catastrophically wrong, kind of like the Japanese plane did, if your engine just cuts out on you, you're going to glide down fairly safely.
Yeah.
It's like, get your car out of my way. At least there's a runway.
Well, that's a problem.
Because he was sabotaged.
That's actually quite clever.
Yeah.
I only read the Times. Then he starts to sing again. You just disconnected the fuel line. You have to prime it.
Okay, they don't know what your gestures mean because they're not flyers or pit
Well,
crew.
they got it.
Oh,
Ooh.
mic drop.
Wow.
That's just mean.
Yeah. Yeah. But it sounds like the kind of thing a wife would say. You know, you don't want to hasten the trip to the Golden Gate.
That would be beautiful to fly up there like that.
Right?
Just with that open,
I've obviously I've flown in, you know, commercial planes and whatnot. The closest I ever got to something like this is I've been up in a helicopter. Very exhilarating.
I've never been in a helicopter. So this was the first stop.
Now here's the other thing. They're going to make it in 25 hours. That means 25 hours without sleep.
Well, I think they do have like these rest points and stuff.
Unless he jumped it. And he figured out how to stop it.
Oh, that's right. He's reading the manual all the way.
Yeah, he's reading as he goes. Excuse me. Sorry.
And given that, you have to admit, he's actually not doing bad.
No, he's in the air.
Yeah.
He landed.
Samuel, hey there, Samuel Proctor. He says, my uncle's a pilot. He took me and my little brothers, when I was 12, up on a prop plane. And
cool.
I was on the co-pilot seat. We're over the lake, and he turns to me and says, okay, now you take the wheel. Yeah. Yeah, that... In those little planes like that, they love to do that.
And
I gotta say, that was a damn good landing considering what he had to work with.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess that's the plan. They're stopping for the night. I mean, is he flying sideways?
He's flying every which
he's
way.
the guy who's got his wings behind him and the tail in front of him. That guy.
Oh, Madonna mia.
I would not be drinking anything out of somebody's shoe. Ew.
Oh, see, the intrepid Birdman is here.
I think it's the same actress but a different girl.
Right.
Did she get salary for every single part?
See, that's why they were stopping, so because they were in the dark.
Yeah. Good point.
I guess if you risk it, you risk it. I guess.
That's true. We're so used to things like, you know, radar, sonar, satellite positioning.
Yeah. Lights.
Lights. Yeah, good point, Al.
So he's
Cheating.
taking a boat
Cheating.
across, cheating
Yep.
more. At this point, I'd say, you know what, guys? Stop what you're doing. He's not going to pay you. Go home.
Right. Well, he's crossing the channel. Or drop into the sea. Oh, he's getting seasick.
Good. Hope he gets the runs, too. He's a schmuck.
He is.
Since it's been many, many years since I've seen this, I don't recall, like, most of this.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if he gets caught out for cheating, but I really hope he does.
I don't know. It's a British film, so maybe the
No.
Brit has to win.
Back with the telegram thing, it's like he's flying over the channel. He won't be able to see the railway lines. What railway lines?
They had railways.
No, somebody asked that. What railway lines? Like, what are you talking about? So something tells me that that might be a clue to to his cheating.
Oh.
Well, because you were just talking about it, it's like, do you guys remember who wins?
No,
No.
I actually don't.
Okay. I won't say anything then.
That's fair. I'd hate for you to spoil a movie we've already seen.
I'm Mr. Lundell's. It's like he gets his comeuppance. Relax.
Well, good.
His uppance will come.
It's up and shall come. I like that.
And Delisi's got, yeah, Delisa, we talked about the Great Race earlier. We definitely do need to do that one. He's got his does a pretty good job. Yeah, that's not the sound you want to hear when you're up there.
Right?
And of course they're kind of bundled up because they're flying like over water and everything, and it's cold because they're in the air.
It would be chilly that time.
Bonduger.
The German dude's doing pretty well.
Whoa.
You'd think that by this point you'd kind of know how everything works.
I think it's kind of like a like having a smartphone. You're so used to being able to just look something up, you don't remember anything.
Well, good point.
Whoops.
Oh, Maron.
Yeah, turned upside down.
Pretty impressive. He's running on water. Well, they really should be, Mr. Londell, but oh, yeah. That's it. You're done.
You can sink.
I can, just not well.
Well, it's like when anybody says I can't sing. It's like everyone can sing. It's just a matter of singing well.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so that was the Brit and the American.
Either that or it depends on your definition of singing.
It's like, okay, where's our next landing strip?
What's interesting is you see them going over farmland, and it's clearly been tilled using modern equipment. If you know anything about farming, it's like, oh well, I get the idea.
Welcome to Calais.
But now, see, the other thing you got to think about all the people that, like the couple that was in the car and whatnot. You see someone fly over your head, that's got to be pretty freaky.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that could just fall out of the sky and land on us. Which, by the way, is why I always point out to people, everyone wants to have flying cars. Do you really want there to be flying cars in this world? People can't even drive in 2 dimensions without crashing into each other. You want them flying over your house?
It's good. The only way to do it would be
Yeah, like automated type thing.
Thank you.
Oh gosh. He's trying. What the hell did he do?
Looks like he's leaking something from the front there.
Very good point, Sir Torin. And welcome, by the way.
So funny because it's a scary thing. I saw it happen once, and Oh, the plane crashed into a lake. Ew. I still remember when I first found out what speed of sound meant.
Yeah.
I was at an air show,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, kind of at the edge of a building. I was looking there, and suddenly, a plane just appeared.
Yeah.
No sound. And then, a split second later, it was that jet rush. And I'm like, what the?
I used to work downtown in the I don't know what it's called now. It used to be called the Standard Oil Building, and when they'd have the air shows, they'd sometimes buzz the buildings, and similar kind of thing. Mr. T, I ain't getting on no plane. That's okay. You could try to fly a tank.
Oh, that's when Murdoch would knock him out with
Right.
sleeping pills and, It's a choo-choo.
Although, maybe the warm air would be... Oh, well, I guess that could work too. I was going to say the warm air might give him an updraft. It's going to do fine until they go through a tunnel.
That's what I was just thinking. Stuntman. This guy
Watch him get up to the engine car and you find Christopher Lloyd is in the front.
He can't hear you. Dude, he can't hear you. You're too far away and there's too much noise.
And your French sucks.
It does.
Told you.
I
saw this coming. I saw this coming. Yeah. That sucks. For him.
Avatar.
Yeah. Then again, if the train is going all the way to Paris...
Yeah, so I don't think somehow that's in the rules, though. To get there like that.
Well, and that's another thing, too. If he lands just outside of Paris, but he's able to taxi into Paris, does that count?
I guess you get there by plane. Now she's a vet.
You must go. I must stay.
And how is he supposed to carry the gasoline back?
I'll have to figure that out.
We have 30 minutes.
I love that early green screen.
Yeah. Up, dee dee, down diddly down. This is the down diddly down. Bonjour, bonjour.
Bonjour, comment ça va?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, his plane just caught fire. Got a parachute? It's like, get on board, dude.
Almost.
That's what we call a leap of faith.
Right?
Well, if the guy can hold on, he just saved his life.
Yup.
Okay, he just saved his life.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, if the other fellow stopped to save somebody's life.
Bum 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 bum. La, la,
And I'm sure that the Italian,
Everybody's-
whoever he is going to say, he would have won if it wasn't for him saving my life.
Yeah. I mean, that's one way to do it.
Well, he said get ready to jump.
Yeah, because if he comes down, you know, and the tire didn't hold, it would have crushed him. I'm all right, and his legs buckle.
But they all saw that he saved his
Yeah.
life.
Yep.
And he goes, well, why isn't anyone lifting me up? And
Yep.
that's pretty classy of him.
Yep.
So this guy finally made it.
He had a bit of a layover.
But
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to admit, even if you don't win the prize, just the fact that you made it is a victory.
Yeah, because look how many didn't make it. Only 3 of them have landed out of all the ones that started.
I've seen so many women that looked exactly like you.
they almost knocked him over.
Right.
I think now that makes 12 kids, because I think I counted 11 on the stairs when they all first showed up. It's like, wait, what? Oh.
7?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Go on, give it a try. I mean, it's true. If you could flap your arms fast enough to fly, you'd wear out pretty quick.
Stuart Whitman, Sarah Miles. Down, down, down. James Fox.
But again, you notice that with the exception of the American, they were mostly all wealthy people, right? Because it was a it was a costly, hobby, really.
Yeah, like owning horses.
Yeah,
very costly.
I like that. Irina Demick, and then
all those people she played. Yeah. And Red Skelton is the Neanderthal man.
Yeah.
An incredible cast. And really, anybody that ever gets a chance to go and look at some of the other things they did, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Like some of the like British actors I recognize from things like As Time Goes By.
Yeah.
And things like that. It's like, oh, he was in that for like an episode.
Yeah.
Flying machines. Ba-ba-ba-dum-ba-ba. This is going to be in my head all day.
I know.
Tomorrow.
I don't know if you caught it, but just before they left England, the march that they were playing was Sousa's "The Liberty Bell," which is,
Okay.
of course, the Monty Python theme.
Oh, I didn't catch it.
Yep.
Well, folks, that is Those Magnificent Men and Their Flying Machines from 1965, which was an incredible year because it gave the world me. So,
Yeah. There you go.
and in fact, just a short, what did I say? When was this film released? This film was released June 16th. I was 20 days old.
Wow.
25, something like that. 25 days old. So, oh my Lord. I'm sorry. That just kind of freaked me out there for a second. But let me know what you think. I'd love to see if anybody, was it your first time seeing it, or, did you enjoy it? And did you guys have fun tonight?
Absolutely,
Oh, yeah.
we
Yeah.
did.
That was a fun film. I didn't get
Mr.
tired at all.
Mr. Londell hits the nail right on the head. He says, they don't make movies like this anymore. It was
Yeah.
all about entertainment once upon a time. I know, right?
Exactly, and that's the point with entertaining. And a little self-serving here. I just reviewed a movie called Thelma,
Okay.
which, if you haven't heard of, it stars June Squibb, who is
Okay.
like 90-some years old.
Wow.
She plays a grandmother who gets scammed
Oh.
and then goes after the scammers.
Well, good.
It's kind of an action comedy for seniors, and it just was sheer fun.
Yeah.
It was like, I mean, there's some emotional stuff in it. There's some family things in it, but most of it is this woman who's just determined to get to the guys who scammed her, and like it's a fun film. But you're right. It's like finding a film with absolutely no real. I mean, I can't say there's no agenda in this, because it's not a little bit, the right to vote thing, for the girl thing. But that was like, it was so minor,
And
and
it's
it was
given
of the time.
I was going to say, given the time period they're depicting, you almost have to. It's not even so much a message as it is, hey, here's a thing that happened,
It was organic to the plot. It just was. It's not dwelt on. It's just, it was part of her character
And
that this was going on. And, okay, she's a strong woman who's, she's adventurous.
Exactly. And also, to Mr. Londell's point, back then, if two people saw a movie and one liked it and the other one didn't, it'd be like, oh, this was such a great movie. It's not my kind of thing. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah. Just go on your way.
It's
and
not, what? You didn't like this? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, it's yeah. And it's a fun little film you want to share with people. And sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Yeah.
And I don't even like using the term win or lose. Sometimes your friend may not get it as much as you did, or you just got it a little bit differently, and that's fine.
Right.
I was chatting with a friend tonight, talking about how I still am fine watching new things. I review things. That's what I do. I'll watch anything, hoping it's good.
Right.
Sometimes it's not. And I will say that.
I like that. I watch anything hoping it's good. Sometimes it's not.
Yeah, it happens,
Oh, gosh.
I mean, there's a certain series going on now that is very controversial online. Everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm watching it. I don't hate it. It's not especially that awesome, but
Exactly.
it's not a dumpster fire.
That's kind of the funny thing. I mean, obviously, fans are going to have strong opinions,
Yeah.
but it's when somebody's not, real wound up with it, and they're like, then you know they have a problem, you know? Because you're not bringing in a new audience if people are going, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I will review this thing once it's done its run, and I know where I'm at now, and we'll see what happens. It's, it's still got a few episodes left. I want to wait and see how it goes. But yeah,
No
it
dog.
is what it is.
Curtis says, I have no dog in that fight.
Yeah, and that's fine. It's not. I don't have a dog in any of these fights. That's
Yeah.
the thing. It's not a dog to me. It's a movie. It's entertainment.
And Lady Mist is saying thank you for the fun movie, Big Al.
Oh, you're welcome, man. Like, I try to pick films that. I was a little worried about this one going in tonight, but according to the little eyeballs on this thing, it did pretty good.
Yeah.
And I'm very pleased with that. And if I get these kind of eyeballs on the Friday show, I'd be really happy.
There you go.
But I know it's a different night, it's earlier, and it's still new. So yeah. Speaking of that is me and deleted scenes, and hopefully soundtracks with Birdman this Friday. Dragonheart to lead into next Saturday's movie, and I'll let Nanette talk about that right now. What is next Saturday's movie, Nanette?
It will be Dragon Slayer.
Yep.
Yes. One of my favorite movies, still to this day, I think. The best dragon ever put on screen. Vermithrax. Love it. So yeah, next week, but we got a whole lot of stuff going on between now and then. Starting tomorrow, I'm sure there's a Western cinema going on, deleted scenes. Let us know what that is if you can.
Yep.
That's usually around 4:00, I think. Eastern
4 o'clock your time, yeah.
Yeah, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 3 o'clock, 3 Central. And then, of course, later about 8 o'clock, Unscripted, deleted scenes. Join him again for Unscripted. Not quite sure what the topic is, but he always has something to let us know about. So definitely tune in then. And, of course, then at 9 o'clock on Age of Boomers channel, Geeky Geezers. These times are Eastern Standard Time, by the way. Geeky Geezers, any preview? I know we got a couple of...
we have probably more in remembrances this week than I think we've had any other week. Of course, Spencer Milligan, Bill Cobbs, Martin Mull, and Jeannie Epper. A big part of what made Linda Carter's Wonder Woman, the show that it was. She was the stunt personality behind Wonder Woman.
That's
she was
sad.
83. She's got a lot of career. So we're gonna talk about the other things she did too. I think that
that's the important. That's the important thing about doing our remembrance, not just for the big people.
Right, exactly.
People like that. Now I know I did Martin Mull's. I didn't know about Bill Cobb until a little later this evening. I'm like, oh man, I would have done one for him. He's the kind of actor I love, who is in so many things you don't even realize what he's in.
Yeah,
because he's just so prolific. And then I also like the ones who are like stunt people. Who are just in tons of things, and
you don't realize how important they are to the films that you've seen. You think Wonder Woman, you think Linda Carter, and it's like, I'm going to tell you about a couple of scenes that you saw where you were smiling and Linda Carter, and it might not have been Linda Carter you were smiling at,
Yeah.
And
Western Cinema Presents is The Shootist. John Wayne.
Yeah,
John
good
Wayne.
movie.
So yeah, that's Geeky Geezers tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. Definitely hear a lot about some great people who have left us, and I'm sure lots of other news floating around in geekdom.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that show you were just talking about. There's some gaming news, including the CRIT awards. They are the nominations are open unless you're Jewish and support Israel's right to exist.
Oh, Jesus.
Just saying.
That-
Some great horror films coming up that we're looking forward to.
People, do you remember these two beautiful buildings that used to stand in the middle of New York? Do
Yeah.
you?
Right, exactly.
And you're supporting those kind of people. God.
Because
ignorant.
it really is the useful idiots, right? They believe the crap they see on, these poor kids are getting bombed and this and that. It's like,
Learn
you
history.
first, you don't know that that's current. That could be 15, 20 years ago in another country what they're showing you. You have no idea what you're seeing. Secondly, maybe don't go attacking your neighbor if you don't want them to retaliate. Just saying.
Yeah.
You know?
If you don't want anybody messing on your side of the fence, stay on your side of the fence.
Yep.
And don't be messing with people. But that's a big issue we can really go into a lot of stuff, but we won't. And then deleted scenes again on the other side of midnight, about 12:05. A show I swear to God, one of these days I'm going to make because I'm going to be awake. Woke up at 2:00 in the morning last week. I'm like, oops.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm an old man. I go to sleep early. I'll sit there. I'll sit there in the morning after breakfast, and take a nap in my wheelchair. I'm an old guy. I'm an old man. But definitely keep an eye out for that. Then on Monday night, last call at the movies. Last call at the movies.
Last call Monday night at the movies.
Okay.
You can even drop the last call part if you want. If you just want to say Monday night at the movies.
Monday night movies with Troy on Last Call with Troy Pacelli. What you got this week? You doing another double feature?
I am going to do another double feature. In fact, over the next 2 weeks, it's probably going to be two related double features, right? Because we're spanning either side of the 4th of July. So I want to do some thematically related films. Not sure exactly which two are coming up this week and which two are coming up the next week, but some of the ones that have been suggested. 1776 has been recommended. Independence Day.
Cool. Yeah, that's
I've got a couple requests for some episodes of that HBO's John Adams. Captain America, the First Avenger. And here was a great one that Samuel Proctor dropped on me. John Paul Jones from 1959. Ooh. That's not a bad suggestion. So yeah, I've got my work cut out for me looking at those and deciding which I want to watch, or which I want to do on Monday and which I want to do the following. But yeah.
For me, 1776, I'll be watching that probably on Thursday.
Okay.
Just me, because
just because you do, yeah.
I do it. I sing along. I love it.
There you go.
Also, I bought myself. I gotta tell you this. I bought myself a 90 by 75 inch fleece throw with a big shark's head on it.
That's funny.
On Amazon. $12.
Not bad.
The thing is that there was like 20 different things, and they all had different prices, and because it's like rainbows, unicorns, and puppies and kittens. The other one I wouldn't mind having was like the solar system, but it was like $25, and I just wanted something cheap and not worry about it. And the shark looked at me. And I'm like, yep. And I was like, well, how much is it? Oh, it's $20. Oh, it's got a coupon. And boom, $12. And that's with shipping. So I got myself a big dragon head. I mean, a big shark's head. Sorry. I'd say I'm already in dragon mode for this coming week. But I'm going to do a shark thing, turn the AC up so it's nice and cold, and snuggle in my big shark blanket and watch Jaws a few times this summer. But that's just me. So yeah, keep an eye out for on Last Call with Troy Pacelli to see what films he will choose to celebrate the great American independence. I like the John Paul Jones idea. That's kind of cool.
I do too. I thought that was brilliant. I wouldn't have thought of that either. So thank you, Samuel Proctor.
Tuesday night, and live at Sparkwood 21 at 8:30 or whatever they do start.
We are trying to get on.
I'm sitting there like.
Well, what's funny is it's like like we're usually all there on time, and we're waiting for Delee to get done whatever he's doing, and then the one time that I was like, okay, I got a few extra minutes, he was ready on time.
Yeah, and look, guys, I have to take 100% of the blame for last Tuesday. I was way behind on getting my slideshow together, and I really didn't actually finish it. It was my fault, only my fault. Everyone else was there except me.
Dude,
so.
I'm sorry, the last Monday night.
Oh, that one, yeah. Yeah, that's a great point. Right off the heels of that.
I honestly was sitting here and like my mind will go weird places. And I was like, did he start the Cosby and then like have a heart attack? And it was like, and I started having this like weird, I was like, oh my God, what's something happened to him? And I was like, and then like everything reset and it's like, oops.
I appreciate that.
Oh, okay.
Al,
okay.
I don't even know if I got this across during the stream at that point, because I realized, okay, so there was 20 minutes. You guys were getting nothing from me except for the people in Cosme who saw the movie start.
Right.
And I was trying to get, I'm there and I'm talking and I'm greeting everyone. I do my regular routine, say hi to everybody. I said, who's seen this movie before, who hasn't, and I'm realizing there's not really a lot of chit chat in the stream, and I'm like, nobody's answering me. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and start the movie, and I'm trying to get, because I usually simulcast to Rumble now too, and I'm out there and Rumble isn't starting. I'm like, son of a bitch, Rumble, and I close down the Rumble thing. I'm like, screw it, Rumble's not working tonight. I look up at the movie, and I'm talking through some of the opening scenes and whatnot, and I read the comments in Cosme, and there's deleted scenes say, you're starting the movie when you haven't started the stream yet? I think new people are going to be a little confused. And I'm like, oh, crap!
I will say, it's not the first time that's happened on that I know of, and because I was actually a part of one once, on another network that was a long time ago, and it was like, you know what, we're not live. It's like, oh, but yeah, it was that was amusing. But yeah, there's like 99% of me is saying he forgot. Eventually he's going to find out. He's going to feel mad about it. But that 1% goes to weird places.
Yeah, I hope something didn't happen.
You also know
that
if something had happened to Troy, I would have been in the chat saying, like, Troy's sick or something, we're canceling tonight, something,
No, see, in my head, you were giving him CPR.
Yeah, there's that possibility too. The other thing too is I realized that this was we've run into problems before. What happens if our internet goes down, right? I can't get on. Netter can't get on. We can't comment the stream or anything. I suppose we still have our phones, right? We can go to my
your stream,
and say, guys, my internet went out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the stream, whatever. But yeah, no, I'm sitting there, and I'm literally sitting there doing the show for 20 minutes, talking to nobody.
Curtis said that'll almost happen. It certainly happened to him one day. If it does, just do it. Just do it. We always do. Laugh it off.
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
It makes for a great story, which is why I brought it up, because it was funny. Once I knew Troy wasn't having a heart attack.
Right. Exactly.
It was kind of neat. But anyway, back to Tuesday nights live with Sparkwood 21.
Yes.
Deleted scenes. Are you starting? What you starting?
Yes, we are starting the first episode, or I guess they're not called episodes, it's called Part 1, officially, of Twin Peaks The Returns. So we're jumping ahead 25 years and going into The Return, which Deleted Scenes has not seen yet. Ooh. Everyone else on the panel has. Deleted Scenes has not. And in fairness, I think Boomer and Netter have only ever seen it once each.
Very cool. Very cool.
I've watched it twice, and I got to be honest, I'm still chewing on some of it. I've had over 30 years, with Twin Peaks, to ruminate and think and come up with different theories. I've only had the past 4 or 5 years with the Return. So.
Yep. So that is Tuesday night. It goes in Wednesday. Deleted Scenes does something on Wednesday, like a weekend review, or that's Tuesday. No, that's Thursday.
Deleted Scenes is on Thursday after Netters. Yeah,
he'll post it. it. And speaking of Netter, Thursday night things with Netter on Netter's Network. Had a great show this past week.
Yes.
Probably, in my opinion, her best.
I agree.
Thank you.
Since she had me on anyway, it was a great show, and I thought it was really great. What you got this week going on?
Well, it is the 4th of July, so Independence Day.
Yeah.
And so I don't have a guest, so Troy and I will probably be on for a little while at least. I don't know if we'll do a full hour. We might just come on, chat for a little bit, and then, end it early. But we still want to come on and at least do, something. We might still do a full hour. Don't know, but,
Is there a Charlie Brown 4th of July show somewhere? There's got to be.
I suspect there probably is. Let me check.
Alexa, is there a Charlie Brown 4th of July?
Yes, there is a Charlie Brown 4th of July. Charlie Brown and the Peanuts Gang are featured in a 4th of July parade celebrating Independence Day.
Oh, that's a parade. That's not what we're looking for.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, they really need to do that if they haven't. So that is next week. I'll be celebrating 4th of July, which leads into Friday, which starting at 8 o'clock, Deleted Scenes will be joining me on Big Al Presents for a special Friday. Friday night films with friends. Going to be watching Dragonheart, starring Dennis Quaid and the voice of Sean Connery as Draco, and Dina Meyer. Oh yeah. And that will, like I said, will start at 8, which then will lead into Last Call with Troy Pacelli. What's happening next Friday besides lots of liquor?
Well, last night after the stream, Boomer and I were talking about what we'd be doing in the next couple weeks, and I haven't decided firmly for next week, but I'm just wondering, Al, this coming Friday, after you've done your film, Dragon, help me out with. Dragonheart. After Dragonheart, do you think you might be interested in doing another stream?
Whew.
That would be a rough one for you, huh?
It might be vocally wise, but what you up to?
Well, Boomer has been wanting to do, and I think it's a great idea. We want to do a show about cryptids, and we said, how could we do a cryptids if we don't invite Big Al?
Oh, yeah.
I think he's drooling.
I won't put you on the spot. You don't have to answer right now while we're on the air.
I wish it were the following week when I don't stream on Friday.
Okay. Then maybe I'll come up with something else for this Friday, and we will plan on cryptids for the following Friday.
Oh, I don't want to miss a cryptid show. Oh.
No, yeah. I'll put it off for a week for you. So then that means the answer to your question is I don't know what we're doing this Friday.
Okay. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
That's a long night when you double up.
In fairness, I don't like to give people less than a week's notice anyway. So unless you were just, I'm all for it, and then we'll wait on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm for it. I just like I said, that double up is, like I said, I already feel it now after this, and yeah, I appreciate it though. Yeah, I definitely want to do the cryptid thing because I love cryptids and all kinds of things like that. So yeah, don't know what's going on Friday night, but the following Friday night, cool show.
There you go. There you go.
Which then, of course, leads into Saturday with Dragon Slayer, one of my favorite films from the 80s, starring Peter McNichol, who a lot of people might remember from Ghostbusters 2 and Ally McBeal. Is that the show he was on? I think so. But yeah, Dragon Slayer is an awesome film, and I love it. It is definitely in my pantheon of 80s fantasy films. So that is the week to come. I am so glad everybody got to join us tonight. I'll do my personal stuff, and then I'll give it to Troy and Nanette to finish up. Got what do I got? Oh yeah, I got a few reviews up. Thelma, as I mentioned earlier tonight, and the new Kevin Costner Western Horizon, an American Saga, and a few others before that are up. Some of the more recent films. I'm hoping, if all goes well, to get A Quiet Place up sometime tomorrow night, probably. Quiet Place 3 or that whatever that new A Quiet Place is. So keep an eye out for that. Of course, whatever films that might come up that needs a few words about them. That is what I've got. Just keep an eye out for the channel. And who do I want to start? Let's start with Troy. Troy, what you got coming up? Or what do you want to let everybody know?
I've got a lot of pokers in the fire, but I'm not sure what I've got coming up yet. So, and especially since now I'm looking at getting some videos up for the members. I just keep an eye on my community tab, and I'll be letting everyone know.
Okay. And of course, before we leave, the wonderful Netter, let us know what you've got going on, and then please take us home for the rest of the evening. I am like starting to hit the wall. Go for it, Netter.
I do have a video that I recorded that I need to edit, and I'm hoping to do that soon. I've actually taken off the 5th of July because I have the 4th of July off from work too. So I took off the 5th of July so I'd have a 4-day weekend. So I'll probably be editing it sometime during that time, and then I'll have that up. And since I think I actually recorded 2, but I don't remember, so I'll have to look back at what I have, and then I'll edit what I have and then start posting those. And with that said, we can talk amongst ourselves, and that's all well, good, and fun, but it is so much more fun when you guys are joining us in the chat, and you're dropping comments, questions, trivia, being goofy, whatever it may be. And it doesn't feel like we're separated by miles or continents in some cases. It feels like, we're all hanging out in the same room, enjoying each other's company and having a great time. And you guys, you're not just our friends. You are our family. We love you guys, and we appreciate you so very much. You can be anywhere right now, and you're here with us. That's so encouraging. Not just to us on the panel, but to those those others who are in the chat. There we go, words. Because I know that, like us on the panel, we love seeing you guys in the chat and all of our streams. And it's really great to say, oh, Lady Mista's here and Delita's here and, all the other regulars are here. And if you don't see a name, you miss that person. So I really do love seeing all you guys in our streams. I love that you guys are a part of our family. So thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this time with us, because it is more fun when you guys are here. And let's see. So today is Saturday. Sunday we've got a whole bunch of stuff going on with deleted scenes, and of course, Geeky Geezers on Sunday. So until then, good night and God bless.
Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of the weekend. Thank you for joining us. We have gone up to the up, and it's now time to come down to the down. Take care. God bless you guys. Find something fun to watch. As always, take care.
Night.